two good plays defensively. And this one's a good play too. His teammates were all changing, so he threw the puck at the goaltender to force a face-off and allow him to change. Remember that big shot we saw on Nelichka a second ago, or 10 seconds ago? It was Chayanek that came back and picked up the rebound before a Slovak could get to it. Plays, as you mentioned, for the Blues. Pierre.
I'm absolutely shocked that Slovakia only has 11 shots on goal so far in this game. Talking to Pavel Dimitra after the second period, he said his team was almost afraid out there, and it clearly looks that way, John and Mike. It looks like they just don't have the same power and enthusiasm that they had earlier in the tournament.
It's almost an attitude. And Mike, you mentioned it earlier in the game. You felt that where's the passion? And then we saw it towards the second half of that second period. As the third period starts, it's more about them worrying about Jágr than anything else.
It was a snarl that I guess we hadn't seen, and
oh boy,
rising shot is high off Budaj and gloved down as Chara tried to follow through there. I think it was Chara that helped ignite his team, especially with that hit behind the net late in the period. But back ahead, Gaborik, and there's a fallen player. Gaborik is shot, he scores! Gaborik, 2-1.
If memory serves me right, it's the second time Zidlitsky has fallen down. And this allowed Gaborik, who's a brilliant skater, to move in. This is his first shot on goal he's registered in the game. Earlier, Jágr, watch this shot, is going to clunk the goaltender. Oh, actually, that's after. And here goes Gaborik. Zidlitsky fell down. This is a great shot. Inside the post. Great shot. We now have a 2-1 game, and man, has this game changed its complexion now. Beautiful play by Gaborik with all that wonderful speed. Moments before the break, Jágr had the shot. It hit the goaltender right on the mask. He shook his head, Budaj, and said he was all right. And then up the puck went. Zidlitsky fell down, and we have a 2-1 game. This is that Jágr shot we were talking about. Wham! Right off the right side of the face and helmet. Budaj, and I'm surprised the whistle didn't sound on the play. Pierre.
Because Don Van Massenhoven is an NHL official, and that's not the rule in the NHL. And you're absolutely right. That puck should have been blown dead. The Slovaks got a huge break there.
They'll try to capitalize further on it. Turning back in deep, Wisnowski gets it around behind. They try to center, that fails. Wisnowski with it again. Moving along with it is Hossa, chased off to the corner. Spun one in front. Oh, and Bondra scramble in front. They poke away. Still no goal.
Oh, Bondra's a player that replaced the goaltender. And Nelichka, who doesn't look too healthy right now, now he gets up. How about the goaltending he's provided here? Puck has gotten to the front of the net at least twice. And Hossa, look at the big horse. He gets the puck in front. There's Bondra, and Nelichka. Oh, the puck is right near his right foot. Now he lays down on it as Jágr's back, knocking Gaborik away from the net. Number 10 on the far side. Jágr's there, knocking two men away with a cross body block. And the puck then sits underneath. Look at the right foot of the goaltender. There. Now the puck's loose, and Jágr, I think, saved the tying goal. He took a cross body block, knocked two players away from the net, and that allowed the puck to settle underneath Nelichka when he laid backwards.
Boy, is this game not disappointed. We were anxious for it to start before it did, just because of the geography, just because of the hockey history. Czech Republic, you've been watching, have taken a timeout here. There will be a face-off near their goalkeeper, the third man on the depth chart when this Olympic tournament started, Milan Nelichka. Peter Budaj will stay at the bench. They'll trust the face-off win. 26 seconds left to go in regulation time. Probably Joseph Stumpel to take it. He's moving close to the draw now. Stumpel and Vinny Prospel. Fans are jumping up and down in the stands. A lot of them standing here as this one goes to the corner. Bondra tried to get it to Wisnowski. Forced back out by Straka. Ruchinski ahead. Wide with the shot. Now Prospel with 15 to go. Laid back in deep by Straka again. Wisnowski turning for Slovakia. Down to the last 7. Kept and thrown in. Marty Straka, empty netter. 3-1 Czech Republic.
Straka's the player that got the puck out of the Czech end zone. He's also the player that threw it back into the Czech end zone and never thought about an empty net goal. And then finally he had the chance and he went for it. He's a great skater. He's an unsung hockey player. He works. Look at him here. He wins it again. He didn't want to shoot unless he was sure. And then he was sure and he hit the top corner. He's an unsung player. He does a lot of work for a lot of his teammates. And he deserves a lot of credit for this win for the Czech Republic. They're now up 3-1 with 3 seconds to go. And the Czechs are going to play the Swedes. And you can see for Slovakia the dejection in their faces. There's Petrovitsky, Shatan. Zednik has his head down. Bondra played hard. He made some good plays. He almost scored. Gabrick does have a goal. He almost had his second, but Yager took him out of the play. And then finally, you see the Czechs, who had a bad start to this tournament. Their body language was awful. When you talk to them, they sounded like they were not going to get anywhere. And now they come up with a win. And who would have believed it? Not Hasek, not Vokun. It's Nolichka. And was he fantastic? 4 straight periods, has only allowed the 1 goal.
The only periods he's ever played in the Olympics, even though he was on the '98 team that won the gold. 32 years of age, does not play NHL now, plays for Liberec. And plays for keeps in these Olympics. It will be the Czech Republic going up against Sweden, Finland against Russia in the semifinals. But everybody gets a rest tomorrow. Final score in the game, the Czech Republic 3, Slovakia 1. Lots more coming up for you after these words.